Good evening, everyone. On today's episode, I'm going to teach you how to use these wonderful gifts that we get from nature called botanical oils. Yeah, they end up on our skin. They come from nature. They are truly a gift. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode right here at Skincare Talk Radio, a platform dedicated to holistic skincare and healthy aging conversations. Welcome, everyone. So how are you today, July 24th, the year 2021? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're healthy and happy. In my corner of the world, beautiful day here in New York. Absolutely gorgeous. And now I'm ready to talk about botanical oils. So many of you have not really attempted to even use some oils in fear that you may respond, you may not react well to them. Okay, so let me give you some facts, and of course, the ultimate decision is yours. The number one tip that I will give you that is absolutely important. In fact, it's not even a tip, it's a rule. There is no skincare professional that should not make this number one, whether it be botanical oils, whether it be traditional skincare, holistic skincare, sun protection, whatever it is that's going to go on your skin. You must be advised to skin patch test everything that goes on your skin that is unfamiliar to you. And even those products, ingredients that are familiar to you, but you haven't used them in a while, check it anyway. Our body, our physiology, it's changing. It changes. Maybe you haven't used something in a few years and you wanted to go back. The body changes, skin changes. You can always count on change in everything in this life. So why wouldn't you with your skin? I know sometimes myself, I may have enjoyed eating a particular food item. I got bored, so I stopped eating it. Then maybe I decide a few years later that I want to pick up on eating that again, and all of a sudden, it's just something I loved, I don't like anymore. Most especially every 10 years. You know, we really go through these leap and bounds. Well, it's not even leap and bounds. They're ever so slight. But everything in life, ladies and gentlemen, is cumulative. So then all of a sudden you're like, hey, I didn't notice that wrinkle there. Is that a little wrinkle? Is that on my forehead? All right, so what I want you to do is always patch test everything. And that's rule number one. That is actually a rule. So how do you skin patch test for those of you who are newbies? All right. You always test along the jawline or behind your ear, inside the elbow, whichever calls to you, whichever you're more comfortable. A little bit goes a long way, because in the event that a particular botanical oil that you've chosen, your skin, because your skin rules, doesn't like it, it'll let you know. And wouldn't you want to know if it's telling you, I don't like this, rather to have a small spot bother you than your entire face? Yeah, so that has to be the first rule or the first suggestion, however you wish to take it. But I'm telling you, you need to skin patch test everything, okay? All right, now, there are many oils to select from. Many yummy, wonderful, beneficial oils. They all have similarities, but each one, of course, is unique. Some of the similarities are they're antimicrobial, antibacterial, anti-inflammation, all of these. But there are some that target perhaps mature skin, or some are better for aging skin, young skin. That's aging, of course. We're aging the minute that we're born. Maybe perhaps acne-challenged skin or rosacea. Many different challenges. There's an oil for every skin situation that arises, or even just maintenance. Now, we're all going to have our favorite, but one of the things I've been sharing with you since 2012, since I first started, is you don't want to ever just abruptly, constantly change your skincare routine. For instance, if you're using a particular one brand of one kind and the other, you have it set. You don't want to just stop and then use something every 3 days, something different, whatever is there. Skin doesn't really like it. But the one area that you can shake it up in your skincare is in your botanical oils. Yeah, every day you can actually change. I've often heard other people say, oh, a couple of weeks or a couple of months. No, you can actually do that every day. However, it's much more beneficial for you if you kind of stick with one for a little bit. If you're trying to, well, I won't say targeting, simply because target, that would be serum. If you're targeting a particular skincare challenge, hyperpigmentation, it could be a variety of different things. So that's where our serums come in. But when it comes to oils, it's just seals that hydration with a kiss. Okay, it seals it with its magic. It's beautiful, and I don't want to use magic, and if not, I'm going to have all these people writing to me. It's in magic, no, but it is, and it is not the cure-all. But it's so beneficial, and it's such a lovely addition if you resonate with oils, which most people do. Even if you don't at first, it's just a matter of finding the right one for you. What it does is it seals it's an occlusive. It just seals in all that moisture, and it also helps carry other ingredients that you've placed on your skin that are beneficial to your skin. So it carries it into as deep as it will go. If it goes very deep into your skin, then that would be called a drug, medicinal, right? So it's, as far as there are certain oils, depending on its molecular size, molecular weight, that seem to penetrate the skin far more than others, right? Okay, so that's one of the reasons that you've been hearing me sing this song, to always have a spray bottle of your favorite flower water or toner. I use the Altea Organic Bulgarian Rose Water, okay, my bottle, but I also transfer it into a glass cobalt spray bottle. You can find those anywhere online. You could find it at Whole Foods, or you could find it in your regular traditional corner store. I have one that you can have a pretty one. I have a pretty one, okay, and you can get them in bulk. I order all of my bottles in bulk because I do give a lot of people. I share a lot of my blends or the oils, and I love doing that. And I always place my oils and my flower water in glass, always. Why? Because the plastic robs your oil of the nutritive properties. You don't want the nutritive properties on the plastic. You want it on your skin, okay? Heads up on that, ladies and gentlemen. So I have lots of them. And if you are going to put different oils in different ones, then be sure to label it, okay? And keep in mind, most of them don't need refrigeration, but some of them, such as walnut oil, it really has it's very sensitive, and most especially, like many others, protecting it from heat and light. That's all of them. But the walnut oil has more possibility of going rancid quicker than many others. And as lovely of an oil that it is, no one wants to place rancid oil. And I've shared this with you. I've shared stories where I've purchased a product. I knew it would be rancid. I purchased it purposely. Yeah. Okay, you want to hear the story? Yeah, some of you have heard it if you've been following me a long time. I went into a store and they had all of these beautiful oils. I felt like Mother Nature being very upset. Okay, that all of this plant energy was under direct sunlight, and it's one thing for the plant to be under sunlight getting all this wonderful energy. It's a whole other when it's gone through what it's had to go through in order to become an oil that would be on our vanity, okay, that would be for our use. And so anyway, I purchased an oil and I opened it up, and just as I expected, it was going to be rancid. It's, after all those beautiful oils right underneath the sunroof. They have a sunroof, just blasting onto these oils, okay? And so I went back and I said to the person that was there, the clerk, I said, this isn't good, it's rancid. And she said, oh no, that's the way it's supposed to smell. Sometimes people will tell you that because most people aren't. There are some certain oils that do smell rather funky, okay? But this one, I don't even recall that, but it wasn't one that would have that type, and it was rancid. I mean, it's a smell that most of us will know this is gone bad, and that is very unhealthy for your skin, okay? Very detrimental for your skin. So you want to take note of that. Where are these oils being housed? Even in the shelves sometimes at your local bigger stores or retailers, they'll have lights on their shelves, and if that light is blaring into that little bottle that they have, then it's a possibility you'll get something rancid. One of the things that I've shared with you is the purchasing a skin fridge, opposed to putting it just in your regular refrigerator. A skin fridge is designed for your skincare formulations, for certain oils, for your mask, and like I said, very little amount of oils go in the refrigerator, but there are some that have that capability of going rancid very quickly, such as walnut oil. And walnut oil, by the way, is really wonderful, and it's one of those healthy aging type of oils. It's got this rejuvenation properties, those nutritive properties that are very nice for aging skin, more on the mature side, and it's just with the malic acid. I mean, there's so much happening, and because it's rich in phytonutrients, it really has a lot of the necessary nutritive properties and actually vitamins for your skin. You know, it has magnesium. I mean, there's a lot. It's actually skin food. All right, so we're going to talk more about walnut oil because it's so wonderful. But the only thing is, if you're going to be a skincare formulator that has chosen to use walnut oil, please be sure to use ingredients that will support your formulation to keep it stable, okay? Make sure that you use, we've spoken about many things, and many of you who are skincare formulators have people that are, and I hope that you have people that have a strong science background to support your claims. So you have to be careful, and also because walnut oil, it just goes rancid very quickly. You want to have the combination should be your combination in your skincare formulation is quite important. So make sure that you consider adding those other ingredients that are going to support that, keep it nice and fresh for the people, right? Okay. Alrighty then. So yeah, some of them need to be refrigerated, others do not. And this only comes through practice and also asking the people you purchase it from. Unfortunately, most people who are selling oils, they sell other things. They don't really know. So it's important that you do your homework, okay? If you don't know, ask me, though, too. I'll be happy to tell you. I mean, these oils are my niche. They have been for a long time, okay? All right, so we started out where you have to always skin patch. That's got to be the number one. Anyone talking about botanical oils must talk about skin patching first. That's very important. You often hear me saying that. If not, don't carry the conversation. You've got to talk about skin patch, because the oils are not made a lot. What works for me might not work for you, period. Okay? And now this is another thing. With your botanical oils, why do you have to put your researcher's cap on when it comes to oils? Because not all oils are meant for all people and for different stages in their life. There are certain oils, like I just mentioned with walnut oil, it's wonderful for hair and wonderful for aging skin. But there are certain things that you need to know about it. There are certain oils that are very heavy that really do well in the wintertime. There are other oils that are lighter that do great. Now, like I started saying, you can shake it up every day. In your morning, you can use maracuja oil. Perhaps you want to use that in the evening, walnut oil. And you might want to use that for a week. Or sometimes I switch it up. Do not blend in the beginning. If you have not used, and this is another thing, I don't often hear people that when they talk about botanical oils, they often say make sure you blend them. Okay, I'm telling you, if you're new to oils, do not blend them yet. You don't need to blend carrier oils, okay? It's essential oils if it's essential oil, man, you better blend it. That's actually caustic to your skin, meaning that it's very concentrated. It can actually burn your skin, that it's that strong. And I am not a fan of essential oils on the skin simply because they're an irritant. However, a very well-seasoned skincare formulator can create a beautiful skincare line using essential oils. Just some people just got the knack for it, okay? And you can even find it sometimes in our sun protection. If you have complete trust in that company, then brother, then sister, go for it. Just don't forget to skin patch test, okay? Alrighty then. So with a lot of these oils, you have to find what's right for the season, and we will talk more about that. We've spoken about that before. What's right for your skin at this time in your life, okay? I think oil should be in everyone's skincare routine. It is not the cure-all. It is just one of the things that I use oils sometimes for scrapes and certain things that are happening, but it depends on the oil, okay? So what I want you to think about is when you come out of the shower, one of the things you often hear people talk about, and I've been sharing this for a long time, when I talk about most specifically dry brushing, where you're taking a brush and it's not just at a willy-nilly brushing your body. It's a brush that's not synthetic. It's actually a natural brush, and you are everything towards the heart. So what you're doing is you're sloughing off those dead skin cells. And what you're doing is when you take a shower, you'll get in and take a shower, then you come out, and instead of drying your skin with the towel, you'll dry it with these wonderful oils. Why? Your skin is ready for it. It's ready to receive these oils. And what happens is that water, that moisture that's on your skin, it gets locked in there. And what is skin about, ladies and gentlemen? Hydration, hydration, and more hydration. You got it, baby. That's why it's important. Drink your water. Now, when I tell you to drink your water, it doesn't mean to be drinking your water till it comes out of your ears, because then you can actually do damage. You can actually wash out your natural sodium that your cardiac muscle needs, and other things. Water can actually be toxic if you drink too much, because you can. It's actually it's actually a name for it. It escapes me right now, but you can OD on water. I have a concern when people say, "Oh, you got to drink X amount of water." No, it depends on your body weight, depends on a lot of things. But one of the best cues is, well, if you're thirsty, then you're dehydrated. Drink every hour a little bit and carry it with you. I have water here, and be particular in your water whenever you can, as much as possible, because I realize that could be challenging. But do try to get your water in glass. Yeah, I know that's so nerdy when I do that, but I like it. I know. I never said that I didn't have my peculiar ways. And I like doing that. And that's glass. But I do drink as often as possible. Whenever I have it, I'll get the cases. It's the Mountain Valley Spring Water. I like this one. If you're lucky enough to actually have spring water, lucky you in your vicinity. Yay, yay, yay. Excuse me, I'm going to have a little sip of water, as a matter of fact. I like this water. It's very crisp. I know people think, what kind of person says water tastes good? Me. There were certain words. There was this water that I tried. It was new. I think it's Sparky or Starkies. I did not resonate with that taste at all. Okay, so yeah, I said, this water tastes terrible to me. So I didn't care for it, but I do like this one. Iceland has one of the best water. It used to. I don't know if it still does, but to my understanding, it's one of the best waters in the world. So they do have an Iceland water. It's from Iceland, but it's in a plastic, and I'm really trying to avoid that a lot, as much as possible. There is Saratoga water as well. It comes in a blue bottle, and that's spring water as well. But this is my go-to, the Mountains Valley spring water. And drink water, because when you drink water, you're hydrating, and what happens inside is reflected on the outside. Capiche? Understand? Okay? All right. So now you know that you need to be selective with your oils. You need to consider the season. You need to consider look at your skin, what's going on. There are certain oils that are going to worsen your skin condition if you have acne. And I'm not saying all people. I have heard there are always, ladies and gentlemen, there are exceptions, okay? But for instance, with jojoba oil, by the way, it's one of my go-tos. I love jojoba oil, but do I only use jojoba oil? No. But I do use it in quite a bit of the skincare formulations I use. I happen to have lots of oils, and they're all in a dark, it's an esthetician chest that I have. And I make sure that everything's there. It's not cold, it's just a cool, dark place, perfect for them. And I have an array, so one of the best ways, many people will often ask, well, how do I know what to put on my skin? Well, look at your skin. Yeah, look in the mirror. What's going on? Do you see any little dry patches? Now, as you become a well-seasoned user of botanical oils in your skincare, you'll actually do this very well. You'll be able to take a particular oil, let's say just because I have it in front of me, the jojoba oil, and you may decide you'll put jojoba oil maybe a little bit on your forehead. There's a little bit, you see, it just needs a little bit there, and then maybe you'll use a little maracuja oil somewhere else. You'll look at your skin, and then you can put whatever oil of choice you want for the evening or the nighttime, and just begin to massage it into your skin. Then, as you become even more well-seasoned botanical oils user, then you can begin blending, but only blend those that you've used. You see, the thing is, if you begin to blend and then you apply onto your skin and you react, because you didn't react maybe in your skin patch test, what if you react later on? You can't pinpoint which one is bothering you. So this is why I want you to really get to know your oils. If you're going to use jojoba, there you go, jojoba, then just use it. And then a couple of days later, you can use rosehip seed oil. One of the reasons, I have to tell you, speaking about shelf stability, rosehip seed oil has wonderful levels of vitamin C, and it's in a stable form. And that's why many of you, sometimes you go out and you spend all this money in that vitamin C when you could use these oils that are very high up there, high percentage of vitamin C. Rosehip seed oil, let me see, sea buckthorn, did I say that right? Yes, sea buckthorn oil. Wonderful. I mean, I can go on and on. Who knew? There were different marula. Many of you speak to me about marula. Marula also, and it's a stable form of vitamin C. The skincare formula is wonderful, wonderful oils to put into your blend. So can you make a blend later on? Use the ones that you've used. So let's say you've used, learn how to combine, understand why you're combining them. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of this podcast that many of the oils share similarities: antibacterial, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, but there are some oils that are better for certain things. And when you're making your blends, be very careful. That's why you want to read, about if it's hemp, let's say hemp seed oil. You want to know, well, okay, wait a minute. This has linoleic acid and it has how much percentage. Do your homework, okay? Jojoba oil, how well will this do with this? And when you make your blends, don't make it so complicated that then if your skin reacts, you can't figure what's happening. Blending is great, but you want to be able to shake it up with one oil at a time till you get to know them. Get to know what jojoba oil feels like and what it does to your skin. Get to know what rosehip seed oil does. Rose oil, maracuja oil, almond oil, even coconut oil. But be careful. Certain conditions do not do well. In fact, can actually break out even further. Coconut oil is very heavy, can be very comedogenic, and you have to be very careful. And so on and so on. So do your homework. Next thing, what I shared with you, and I shared with you what I use, Altea rose water. Put it into a dark bottle sprayer and spray your face, because remember when I shared with you, when you're coming out of the shower, your skin is wet. Perfect time to apply your oils, ladies and gentlemen. And your oils, wash your hands after you've applied it to your body, and be careful with the sensitive areas of your body, okay? The very delicate tissues of your body, simply because certain oils can actually be an irritant to very thin. And especially if you are a perimenopausal woman or a menopausal woman, in your vaginal area, if you begin to use oils and you apply it in that area, it can actually be irritating. Okay, so heads up on that. Okie dokie. Alrighty then. So, do you have to apply rose water onto your body when you come out of the shower? No. And someone actually asked me that one time. No. You can if you want because you want to smell nice, but absolutely not. You're already damp, and that oil is just going to seal that moisture in with its kiss. Okay, it acts as an occlusive. It does wonderful work, and depending on the oil, certain oils will help carry the other ingredients that follow after you've applied it. Maybe your serums. Serums. What are serums? Serums target a particular concern of yours. So maybe it's some brown spots. It's hyperpigmentation. Speaking about spots, please make sure you have your body checked by a dermatologist once a year. Now, I read something interesting, which was nice, that skin cancer melanoma was going down. Yay, I hadn't seen that I don't think I've ever seen that. And I was reading and I thought that was wonderful. And we'd like to keep it that way. So make sure that you apply your sunscreen every single day. And the secret and the success of a sun protection is in the reapplication, okay? All right, so I shared with you botanical oils as well that you want to shake it up. That's the only area that you can wear something different every night if you want. Look at your skin. What is it saying to you? What is it communicating to you? Touch it. And one of the things with your esthetician, when you go for a facial, what does she do? She even checks for hydration. She'll gently push the skin up, or he or she, to see if you are dehydrated. And most of the time, most people are. They don't drink enough water. They don't apply topical applications on a consistent basis. Maybe yes, maybe no. They forget one night. No. You can't forget. It's so important to do that. So today I used my rosehip seed oil. And in the morning, I put on jojoba simply because that's what I wanted to put on it. And I'm very careful in the morning. I want them to be very light as possible. Okay? Alrighty then. And of course, the water that you drink is very important too. Now, with aging skin as well, once you apply your oils, you want to make sure that, let me go back up. Many people ask me this sometimes when they're newbies. So you tell me that I have to put the oil with always mist my face if it's dry, or if I come out of the shower, then I can put my oils on. Yes, provided you skin patch test, right? But what I want you to do with your skin, if you've simply you cleansed your face, some of you double cleansed, and now you are ready, and you wanted to put your botanical oil. Spray your rose water, because you've just come out of the shower and maybe you're in your room, it's dry. Because water itself is quite dry into the skin. Did you know that? Yeah. I like to use spring water a lot of times into a little basin, and I use that because I rather have spring water, but I don't do that all the time, of course, okay? So make sure that, and also gentlemen with beards, make sure that you, and all of you, that you get a water filter into your shower. Oh, I can't begin to tell you what a difference it does to your hair, what it does to your skin. You all need to have water filters, I'm telling you. And go online, pick one that you see good reviews. They're constantly changing. Pick one on one of those large online platforms if you'd like, or you can go to Bed Bath & Beyond, all these different places, and you can actually get a water filter, a good quality water filter. Your hair will love it. So my gentlemen that do have beards, many times your beards, and there's nothing worse than a handsome man with this disheveled beard, because it makes you look older, gentlemen. If you find that you have unruly beard hair, it could be because you don't have a water filter and you're getting that hard water on your beard. That will make your hair disheveled, okay? And make sure that you trim it and you comb it. That's very important. I know I don't have to tell you that, but sometimes in our enthusiasm and wanting to try certain things, we drop the ball. Get a shower filter, and of course, oil up that beard. Now, less is more, ladies and gentlemen. Quite often people think, oh, I'm going to put some more of this, more of that. Well, then you end up looking like somebody dipped you in the olive oil. Okay, you don't want to do that. All right, less is more, and remember, you can always build on it. Makeup artists, they're so well aware of this that they can always add, but it's such a pain in the neck to have to take off if you overdid makeup. So even yourselves, less is more. So a little bit here. If you need a little bit more blush, then put a little bit more blush. Maybe you need a little bit more eyeshadow, but then put it on. But there's nothing worse than having to have it all done and then you feel like, oh man, do I look like a clown? Okay, I've got to wash my face all over again. No, no, no. You don't have to do that if less is more. So the same thing with oils. We want to make sure that we won't break out from them, that we want to use them. And those women who are aging as well, you'll find that certain oils tend to be a little heavier for you because dryness is a very big symptom or side effect of perimenopause or menopause. Because of hormones, particularly estrogen, okay? So you'll see that funky changes in your skin. Oils, do not be afraid of them, but do be cautious and do patch test. That's all. Many, many different oils. So I would definitely suggest that you only use one oil and experiment with that. Now you've liked it, move on to another one. When you get to 3 oils, then find 3 oils that you know that if you want to blend them, you can, and then put them in a glass cobalt bottle, okay? All right, so what do you do when you've already pressed the oil into your skin? Because that's what I want you to do once you spritz your face. Press it into your skin. Why do I say that? Simply because now you're allowing the oil to naturally be absorbed by the skin. But give it just a second or two. It doesn't need that much time. And now you, especially at night, begin facial massaging. Oh, facial massaging is one of the greatest things you can do to have younger looking skin, healthier skin. Very important. And also it distributes the botanical oil evenly and it helps in penetration of the oil. I'm telling you, so important, okay? Alrighty then, so I think I covered a lot. I don't want to keep you too long, but those of you, remember, make sure that where is this oil being housed? How are you going to apply it? Will you apply it after your shower or will you apply it in the morning after your skincare? And definitely, please, especially my young listeners, remove your makeup at night, even if you're tired and you went out and you've come back or you burned the midnight oil as college students. No, 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 no. Wash your face. Most of the time your breakouts happen because you are not practicing good skincare hygiene, okay? Oops, I dropped the microphone, sorry. So please make sure that you wash your face. One of a great tip I can give you is as soon as you get home and as soon as you put your sweatpants or your jeans or change your clothing from your day, make sure that you go into the bathroom and wash your face, cleanse your face, and do what you have to do, and then proceed with your skincare and get it out of the way. And that way, if for some reason you fell asleep early, you fell asleep on the couch, you've already taken care of your skincare. Very important, okay? All right, so I think I covered enough for now because I don't want to keep you too long, but we can definitely talk more about it if you'd like. There is lots to talk about when it comes to botanical oils, and especially when it comes to blending. You want to be able to use ingredients that are going to help you. I love using aloe vera gel along with my oils. I love using natural glycerin. It's got to be natural glycerin. Glycerin, quite often, ladies and gentlemen, now glycerin is a humectant. Aloe vera is a humectant, okay? And one of the things that you often hear is a lot of, oh my goodness, this person, lots of different incidents. Well, I don't want to go into it because then I'm going to go into a whole other topic, but you can have a lot of different reactions to your skincare, so I lost my train of thought. Can you feel me struggling to get out of that? Saying, wait, what was I saying? I have to tell you, it's almost midnight, so I think I'm starting to fall asleep on you guys. And I totally lost my train of thought. And another thought went in my head. I'm always thinking. So, listen, if truth be told, That's what happened. Okay, that's what happened. I was trying to politely find my way back out out of whatever conversation I was trying to get in, but I didn't know because in between I was falling asleep. Did you guys ever have that? Have you ever fallen asleep while someone's talking to you on the phone and it's late at night and you're just so tired? Yeah, that was me. I did that to my friend once and I just fell asleep and she said she heard me snoring. These are in my 20s when we didn't have cell phones and we had a regular phone. So I lied down on my bed and she's telling me about her boyfriend problems and I had one of those princess phones. You guys know what? It's not princess, but it was Victorian phone. I don't have it anymore, but they were just very pretty. Anyway, it was very uncomfortable, so I just laid it down by the bed, by the pillow, out like a light. She said I was snoring. She goes, "Are you asleep?" Yes, I did do that. So rude. So I don't do that anymore, okay? So don't call me at night. And I won't do that. All right. So that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought at the end. I'm glad I woke up now. All righty then. So we really touched a lot on how to use botanical oils. Make sure you use facial massage. That's really a great thing. Using your oils, massage. Oh, you stimulate blood circulation. You really help with collagen production. And where do you find the collagen and elastin? Yeah, you've been paying attention. Those of you who said dermis, you got it, baby. That's right. Oils are a wonderful part of our skincare routine. And quite often you hear people say, no, I'm afraid. No, I don't want to. That's okay. You're allowed to be afraid. But you're not allowed to be afraid and not try. At least try. And don't start out with coconut oil or olive oil. Start out with those that are a little bit more skin friendly. Now, I can't guarantee that the one I tell you will be friendly with you, but I can tell you it's friendly with most people. So one of the reasons I often choose jojoba oil, which is really not an oil, it's a liquid wax ester, is because it tends to be more skin friendly. But there are people that do react. If you put it onto dry skin, most of the time you do. If you put it on in combination and you're a newbie with other, that's a blend, well, it could be that there's some synthetic hidden there, or maybe not. Maybe you just don't resonate with maracuja oil. Maybe you don't resonate with avocado oil. Certain oils don't belong really on a 20-year-old. They do far better with someone that's in their 40s or 50s, okay? Because each stage of the game for us as human beings is affected by hormones. And because we're hormonal beings, there are going to be times that our hormones will either produce stimulate our sebaceous gland to produce more oil. Maybe there is hormones do funky things. Sometimes during perimenopause, women, that 10-year gap for women, that they get itchy, they get their dry skin, their hair may fall out, their thyroid. It doesn't sound like a pretty picture for you 20 years, all right? No, it doesn't have to be that way, okay? But it's not a disease, it's a passage. It's a part of a woman's life. And gentlemen, you do not escape that. Many times I hear men say in their 40s they begin to break out. Well, we have then androgen. It's all hormones. We're a hormonal being, and hormones play a very big part on your skin. And I don't want you to feel like, oh, it's doom and gloom getting older. Getting older is wonderful if you learn how to age in a healthy way. And that takes practice, it takes discipline. We drop the ball. Sometimes we can try so hard, but if we have medical conditions, then sometimes it's harder to accomplish certain things, but you'll get there. You'll get there. Trial and error. Okay? Like someone who said, I guess they commented, I don't know if it annoyed them that I said okay, or was it reassuring? Okay. But here I am saying it in a motherly way. As many of you know, I often share with you. Please feel free to think that you're at my kitchen table and I'm your mama, your auntie, your sister, your bestie. Just know that I care about you, and that's what I'm sharing. There are no sponsors, no ads, no selling, no affiliate links, no Patreon accounts, just us. So thank you for joining me today. Sorry I was falling asleep on you guys and I started babbling. Okay, as you can see, if you're a newbie, there's nothing fancy schmancy here. Okay, so it is it is as I present this podcast, it is as it is. I'm here to bring you information, my expertise, information from other people. I love to bring you things that I think you'll enjoy if I enjoyed it. So you see, we're friends. It's a community. No, we're not just friends. We're family. And I consider each and every one of you an extension of my family. So thank you so much for joining me. A quick reminder that in August, I am not going to be answering any questions. I am on vacation. Actually, I'm doing a lot of things. And my husband and I are busy little bees that month. So this is the first time ever that I have not answered questions on an entire month. But that is, usually I would take 2 weeks. No, it's the whole month this time. So get your questions out now, right now. And if not, wait till September. Okay? And I already told you that if no one's really written to me about a platform, if you want another platform for Twitter, because I don't know what I did wrong, but they kicked us out. I'm not sure what we did. The only thing I shared with you guys is perhaps that we had 2 accounts, and maybe the only intern we have right now, and he said that you're not supposed to retweet so much from one account to the other, because we're a very wholesome show. We have been, and it's a shame because that's the one I liked, but that's okay. We can move on. And interestingly enough, I never got an email or anything. So it's hard to say with social media sometimes if you ruffle feathers, or who knows what I said, but I don't say anything unwholesome or anything like that. So that's the only thing we can think of. The 2 accounts we had may have not been something... it must have been not aligning with what the rules, and I didn't read the rules. So let me know if you pick another platform. If not, we'll keep carrying on this way, okay? Alrighty then. Thank you so very much for joining me as always. If you have a moment or two, can you scoot over to Apple Podcasts and give us a little shout out? And I thank you for your 5-star review in advance. Thank you, because as you know, we don't ask for anything, and that's nice when people go out of their way. Not a lot of people want to do that, and especially Apple Podcasts, which is very hard to navigate sometimes through. But if you don't want to do that, please feel free to comment after this episode. There's something right in the website at Skincare Talk Radio. We have our links to our other podcasts as well. And go ahead and leave your comment, and I'll be happy to dialogue with you there as well. And I thank you wholeheartedly for those of you who've spent many years with me, week after week, month after month, year after year. And there you are, supporting me, helping me, suggesting podcasts. It's and our guests that we've had, what a thrill it's been for me. And I hope that I can continue on as long as you'll allow me into your space. Thank you very much. As always, may God bless each and every soul with great joy, peace, prosperity, excellent health, but most especially love. Until we meet again, this is your show host, Yellow Scent. Bye for now.